So here is the loom I promised. Now, I don't have any fancy slides prepared for this because this is a new post I literally thought of yesterday, and I had the idea. I literally had that little thought in your head. I was like, oh, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should pop a job post for the support team. And it just stemmed from that point on, it just stemmed to a whole lot of things, a whole lot of ideas, and a realization of a block that I have had in my own business, which in fact we share the same problem, which is why I think this partnership, this deal, this opportunity is going to work so damn well. And what I did is I actually took all the responses from people and put them into a Google, put them from AI and then put them in a Google Doc, just so I can just scan and see, like, wait, this is, it's almost like this is my market. Like I am almost doing my own process on what I do for clients for you to look at, like, what problems do you have? Where can I be of service? Not just you come to me, hey, here's a job, do this, do that. It's like, no, how can we work together? How can we fix both of our problems and just live a much cleaner, sharper, more fulfilling, more fun life? Isn't that the fucking point we got into the laptop lifestyle in the first place? It wasn't just sit on the computer screen talking to ChatGPT for 12 hours a day. It was definitely to set up a system, let that run, get a cut, get a deal, and then live our damn life. And that's really where the next chapter is unfolding. So I just looked over this, like, trading time for money. I want to build a revenue generating system for founders, SaaS agencies, done trading time for money. The reason for the post I put up is I'm looking for a very specific caliber of person that's already done stuff, already failed, because I want you to have experienced the fucking burn, to have experienced what it's like to lose, to fail, to build a project, to spend 6 months on something and it never take off and never sell. Because that's happened to me literally over 100 times, easily over 100 times. And I've got stories galore of this. This could be like a 3-hour fucking webinar on all the stories and all the fuck ups, all the messed up stuff, all the things, all the mistakes that I've done in my 14 years online. So I really enjoyed reading this because it takes me back to so many different parts of myself. And you guys can scan through it. There's obviously highlights I put in for myself, opportunity to build something massive. Even the ones who feel they're not qualified, don't worry, I've got you. As long as you're actually ambitious and have a fucking brain, which is what I put literally as deliverables, because there's just so much garbage I see on LinkedIn, on the feeds. There's just too many people who just watch YouTube video and maybe post comments or whatever. They don't actually do anything. They don't apply any of it. And I remember asking my team earlier, like, why do you want to work with me? Like, why are you here? And they said, like, because you actually apply. Like, you're not just the guy who's doing the video on it or whatever. You actually apply it every single day. What a crazy fucking difference that is. It's just mad. I was mad when I heard that. So you failed before, massively. What you want to learn someone who's done it. Of course, I'm still learning. I feel I'm at a very good level right now, but there's a lot more I want to learn, especially when it comes to the sales side, stuff like that. But when it comes to automations and funnels and getting into the mind of prospects and building assets for clients, that is something I've been doing for a long, long, long time. Way before AI was a thing, way before funnels existed. We used to build funnels on WordPress, basic ass WordPress shit. Then it was Optimized Press. Then it was ClickFunnels, then it's now Go High Level, which is, in my opinion, the best. So, we can scan through this, you can skim through this, but I want to get right into it and I'm setting this up, by the way. There's going to be a longer video, so strap in, because if this is for you, you may as well fucking watch this, because this is probably going to be the most lucrative opportunity you're ever going to come across. None of those dog shit job posts on Upwork even compare to this. There's no comparison. Because when you take my experience and embed it into prompts, and I clone myself now with prompts, and I'm giving you those prompts, I'm giving you a $25,000 engine build that I set up for clients, and now training you on it, giving you a world-class AI education, literally, for free, and all we do is just help each other out. You learn something, I learn something, I free up my time. And that's where this new model is heading, because I was more or less looking for just, not employees, I never use the word employees, just someone to help me, for someone to just, I can delegate some work to and just free up my time. But it really shifted when I put this job post up, because I have this weird thing about saving everybody, where I want to take someone who's just like a freelancer who's just started yesterday and like train them up and make them the best. I've tried to do that for so many years. Before AI, it was ridiculously difficult. because even training someone how to send DMs is a whole freaking masterclass, as I realized. But when it comes to this, you already have experience. You already know what prompting is. You already use the tools. I don't need to train you. I just got to give you the prompts to run and give you the way I think, so then you can replicate and then do your own thing and then teach me. Like, please teach me. I want to be inspired for once. So let's go ahead. I want to attract operators, ex-founders, consultants, builders, people maybe you already have your own clients, and maybe some of this can be applicable to them. Because I'm just so done with going to one-on-one clients. I'm going to show you some of the tabs and stuff, what I build. It's such a linear approach of me closing a deal, fulfilling for the client, and then just rinse and repeat. I want to get to the point where I have 10 operators, 10 of you guys. We're in a group chat. We're in a group Zoom call. We're sharing ideas. It's all the same system, so we can more or less communicate in the same lingo. We understand how each of the piece of the process works like, and then we can build upon each one. We can constantly give us feedback. Every time we run a build, we can ask ourselves, what do we do well, and what can we improve on? And that's literally the two questions we'll do for every single client till we become literally elite level marketers, elite level salespeople, elite level builders, elite AI fucking entrepreneurs. That's where it's heading. That's where I'm already heading. I just now want to share this because I had the same problem as you. Is the same thing. Is you got to get the client, which is lead gen, which is one pillar. Then you got to sell the client, and then you got to fulfill the client. And it's just this constant loop and juggling between these three pillars, where it's just this. It takes so much time. And now when I close a deal, I have to do like a day or two, like for this case study, where I have to sit there for 2-3 days and build this thing out, and then reverse engineer the prompt so that I can teach it, and also bring on new clients with the new prompting. It's this whole fucking shit show. Now, if I can have someone like you as an operator to run that whole department, as soon as the client comes in, boom, I can be like, hey, this is their website. This is all the shit they have. Go run with this. Go build this asset. It'll take you a day, but we can get to the point where we're building assets in a fucking day. Stuff that will take me 2 months at least to build before AI now takes a day. A fucking day. Is wild. This is why I'm going to lead with the commission performance based for clients, because we're not just setting up a website. We're not just making a few content reels for them. We're building an entire fucking engine with all the processing, with the hooks, the messaging, the DM process, gamification, teams, setters, closers potentially, AI voice, NAN automations, personalized bridge pages, the whole lot, which means I'm giving them an engine which I can track, and I want a percentage of the profits, which is why I'm going for big businesses with high revenue. Because if I make $1 million, I want to cut. Like, I want 20% of that shit. It's only fair. And then I can cut you in on a deal, as well as the setup fee for the client as well, which is how we get paid, how you get originally paid for the time. But also, while you continue with that client and we work on that client together as partners, we can, take it to great lengths. My job, of course, is bringing you offers, which is what I'm going to show you, by the way. I'm getting there. Patience. So my intention is to really go from closing client. Well, first it was like finding team members to run DMs. Okay, cool. That's level 1. Then it was like, okay, I can close clients. That's the other level. The other part really I want to head off to. Well, and then the third part was like hiring salespeople, because that's like a whole level above everyone else. Now I'm like, holy shit, my time is going to be spent really on speaking to operators, training them this entire system, because the way you're going to see getting clients is so fucking easy for me right now. It's so easy. I'm seeing the bottleneck unfolding in the next 2 weeks, where I'm going to be just so stuck with too many deals, which I am now, by the way, but it's going to get even worse. I've got too many deals in the pipeline, and I know I'm going to have to fulfill for these guys. And I'm just like, fuck, like I'm going to have so much work to do. And it's pretty easy, but it's just like when it's like 5 different projects at once, your brain just gets frazzled, right? It doesn't multitask. It's called context switching, which just kills your energy, and you spend your whole fucking day just juggling a bunch of projects. So here we are. This is the reason for the post. This is why we're here doing this video. Now, the training itself, let me skip to the part. So my 24-hour, so this is my leverage. I'm going to be speaking to guys like you, or girls like you, by the way. And that is going to be my role in this business. when it comes to lead gen, sales, and fulfillment, the 3 pillars, I had the SWAT team, the sniper team, and the support team for those roles, which I just named it fancy, but it's just lead gen, sales, fulfillment. And I'm realizing that, hey, fuck, if I just go for people like you, I automatically knock down the SWAT team, the lead gen, the sales team, and the support team in one go, because you already have those skills, and really lead gen and sales is handled for you by the funnel I'm about to show you. So really all that's left is just fulfilling for these clients, and that's where my kind of genius zone comes in. What I'm doing here, by the way, is creating a syndicate, which is an old French word for a trade union, because we're all doing our own separate fucking things, which is we're just literally reinventing the wheel multiple times. The wheel's already been invented. Why are we wasting energy and time fucking around doing separate things when we can come together, share ideas, dominate an entire industry? For example, if it's SaaS, we can become really good at SaaS copy, SaaS bridge pages, SaaS landing pages, SaaS ads, SaaS DMs and sellers, which I already have fine-tuned. You can just now help me. And we can dominate entire fucking industries. Because what I'm going to show you, the prompts, it isn't just for SaaS. The reason I chose SaaS is because it has a high lifetime value. So with these clients, I want to pick businesses with a high lifetime value, which means I can close them for higher. There's a higher ROI on their side and my side. It's just better. I personally don't go for like the small businesses if they sell like little shitty widgets or coaching or digital courses like that. I did all that stuff for Facebook ads for 5 years. I ran the whole SMA agency for 5 years. That sucked ass. It was just too long. Not only did I have to write every single copy by hand, run every single ad manually, build every funnel, write the copy for the funnel, tweak it, track it, refine it, A/B test it. That was just a ball ache. With this, it's just a lot more simpler. We have one specific system for one specific use case, which is just nailing cold outreach on a very new level, because I've been doing cold outreach for 14 fucking years, and I've just seen how it changes. I've done it all manually, and now when I can put AI and prompts behind it, stuff changes. Stuff becomes a lot more fun, and you can drive a lot more volume, not only for ourselves, but for clients. Because this system here, which I'm going to get to, is the message is the product. What the clients go through, from the cold DM to the customized bridge page for them, to the voice agent call, to the call with me, is what we build for them. So when they get on the call with me and I'm like, and they have some objection like, will this work? I never get that, because they've gone through the same fucking process that they've seen. And that's what I'm selling them on. So they've already experienced it. They already know it works because they're on a call with me. Of course it fucking works. So now how do we reverse engineer this for multiple clients, for multiple industries? And that is the plan. So let me see what else I have here. It all comes down to these prompts. So I'm not sure if I'm skipping ahead or not, but prompts galore. All right. This is just one sequence of prompts to create a customized landing page, bridge page for people. For example, this is how I get my lead gen. So let me just tackle, I pull this here because, okay, let me go start with lead gen. How am I getting clients? There we go. Let's answer this question, because I know everyone's going to have questions. So I'm going to try and eliminate as many questions as possible in this video so we can jump on the call. We can just get to the good part. I don't want to be repeating myself with multiple people. It just sucks the life out of me. So what we do when we hit up a client via GPT DM, which we actually give away for free now. I used to charge 2.5K for it. Now give away for free, is we just plug in a bunch of shit about their offer, and then we run automation, blah blah blah, to scan their website, to scan their brand design, to fire off a prompt. In this case, the one I showed you, this one's a bit bigger, a bit heavier, to make a custom landing page for them, a custom invitation page. And it looks something like this. So once we do a whole reverse engineering process to create this prompt, in this case, Nicholas, it has his branding, has his style, it has my video, which you're going to see, by the way. This one is a more direct version. It's a 9-minute video of me just slamming him over the head of what the fuck we're doing, what the offer is. So you can watch that later. It'll be a nice recap after this video. And it has personalized copy per person. Everyone we reach out to become a client, the copy has been personalized to them with their branding, their name, their ethos, how they speak, their own systems, It explains the deal, which I explained in the video, but the copy is a personalized version. It gives them a no or it gives them a yes. If it's not for them, great. Then go, get lost basically. If it is for them, they're going to get it. Here's the offer. Here's what we used to do. Here's why you're getting it for free. I lead with a free GPT because when I used to sell this, the conversation would be all about lead gen and how they're doing, what the numbers are looking like right now. Where's the bottleneck? That's a boring conversation to have. So I'm like, let me just fix this problem for free by giving this GPT and fixing their lead gen problem completely in one go for free. And then I can have a conversation now about how do we scale this. To me, that's just a much more fun conversation to have. So that's why I've set up this pipeline in this specific way. Because I want to get on the call with people. And this is a video, by the way, where I sent 27 DMs in 25 minutes. So this is a view of the process. It's all proof-based, whatever, testimonials, this, that. And they submit this form and we can create the GPT for them. And if this makes I'm showing you the bird's eye view, of course. I don't expect you to understand the specifics and automation, what we send. I'm just showing you what's happening right now, how we're getting these clients to this point. Once I sell them and get on the call with them, this is what the offer entails. This is where you are required to pay attention, for one. But this is where you're going to be helping me, we're going to be helping each other. Because I've just taken my 14 years of experience of doing this manually. And I was like, okay, cool. How do I go about this process subconsciously when I come to a new client who needs a build out, who needs a funnel set up, regardless if it's a webinar funnel or whatever, launch funnel, doesn't matter. It's always the avatar. So there's prompts, to run the avatar, certain kind of guidelines for AI, in this case, Claude, to follow, which I like when I'm designing these systems. Then, of course, okay, we figure out the avatar. What do we sell them? What is the offer? I work back to front. Funnels are built back to front. I start with whatever we're selling at the end, maybe even the upsell or where they want to go, and then chunk it down and splinter it to maybe a smaller offer if that's the plan, and then work backwards and figure out, okay, what is the messaging now? What is the unique mechanism? In this case, I call Trojan Horse, but it's pretty much the big idea, unique mechanism that Rich Sheffrin uses, Todd Brown, stuff like that. Love this guy. Very, very advanced marketing, which at the time, I remember 10 years ago, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? This is so difficult to understand. Now it's just embedded into AI, where we can take their offer, their avatar, and find out and pinpoint what is actually different about this offer. What is different about their SaaS thing? What is different about their opportunity? Because they're not the first ones doing it. There has to be something in the messaging that just sticks out and grabs people's attention. So that needs to be dug out. Most clients are shit at this, by the way. They have the most generic messaging ever. That's why they just suck at ads and everything else and cold DMs and everything in between. That's why their sales suck and that's why they come to us. We didn't take all of that with AI and put it into a bridge page to write the copy for this, based for the avatar, based on the offer, about this unique mechanism. We're not trying to sell anything in the bridge pages, especially the one I showed you. There's nothing for sale. It's pretty much meet them where they're at with their problem and just explaining the unique mechanism. That's really it. That is the attention grabber. That is the ad per se. It's not the fucking deliverables. It's not the PDF they get or the video training or the features. It's what makes us different. What is the outcome of this, which sells the product by itself. The product is so easy to sell as long as someone believes that this can actually fix the problem or deliver a certain outcome. Hopefully, if you're a copywriter, you understand this. This is basics, but I'm trying to explain to people of all levels. We then go further and take that base bridge page, which is just going to be a static piece of copy, which I used to dump into Google Docs, as you probably might see my one actually. This is one I have for myself. This is what I used to do with clients. We have bridge pages, but it was static. It was like, okay, boom, boom, boom. It has a video of me. We go through it. This is kind of to highlight pretty much everything I'm talking about actually, the lead gen side, the sales side, and I've got sick fucking sales prompts where you can analyze your calls line by line and comment it out by high ticket closers like Josh Loynes, Jeremy Miner, Matt Ryder. Like, it's just I've gone so crazy with these prompts, by the way. And there's fulfillment, so that's the third pillar. I explain the system. I explain, like, look, this is the value. If we start sending DMs, you're literally gonna be averaging $50 per fucking DM sent. Like, I explain the process, I explain why you want to delegate. Because if someone even does 1% of me, 1%, and saves my time, that's still a win to me. Of course, with you guys, if you do 1%, like, go away. You need to be operating at least 80% of this level But thanks to the prompts, you don't have to do too much thinking. There is a little bit of thinking required, by the way, but not too much. So this is one bridge page, but we go crazy and of course make the custom bridge page for them. That's what this entire prompt does. And then from then on, now we're working backwards, by the way. So this is the funnel, this is a sales page. We're going back. Okay, this is the bridge page. Now this dynamic bridge page. Now what DMs do we need to send them? Because the way AI is set up, and this is the GPT I give away for free, it's just this piece of the funnel. This is the splinter offer, the tripwire that I give away for free. But once I do the actual client stuff onboarding, we go down and we redo the GPT properly with all this information. Because the way the AI works, and I spent over 200 hours on this prompt, by the way. This one took me fucking forever to tell it what not to do, what not to do, different modes, different follow-up stuff. So this is what I'm going to set up for clients. And the way this works is a lot of psychology. So let me see, a lot of like random psychological shit. Where is that one? I can't find the... because I've rewritten this so many times. Okay, curiosity, no, it has a bit of this, but where is the thing I'm looking for? Alright, I can't find the list. Okay, there we go. Verbatim language, meet the mid problem, rhetorical question, false familiarity, microstatus signal, mutual battle frame, like all this stuff to make them feel like, oh, this person gets me, understands me, oh, they actually read the fucking post, oh, they're actually right like a real human, not AI. All this coding or prompting is designed to not make it look like AI, even though it is. Works really well. Because I spent half my life writing DMs by hand, so I kind of know how DMs look and how to have a conversation with a real human. Unlike most developers who, yeah, they're good at development, but they actually suck at fucking talking to humans. So for them to write or make an automation that does DMs for you, it just doesn't work because you haven't done the work to actually write the messaging. And I'm probably shitting on a bunch of people here as well, which is fine. Like, we can all shit on each other. We all learning. I'm happy to help you on what you suck at, and you can help me with what I suck at. So that's kind of what we're working on. The only thing I sucked at, to be honest, if I'm going to brag, is the design. And now apps like Lovable or Replit just handle the design for me. I love it. Then I did none of this shit. I used to hate building stuff out on ClickFunnels and Go High Level. It took forever, and it would still look like ass. Anyways, there's a bunch of prompts, order page, Telegram sequences, Notebook LM video generator, like audits for the offer, voice generation if they need that, a VA SOP if they now want to take everything we discussed and push it off to a VA and be like, look, this is what we did, this is the new asset, go run with it. So there's many more prompts. This is becoming a prompt library. But where I was messing up is I was thinking that clients can go run this. No, I don't. My intention was just give them a bunch of videos for them to run it, but that's just not going to work, really. Hence, I need a support team member to actually do this with me. So how does this all look like? Maybe your next question. Well, let me do it for GoldFinX, which is a recent case study as of last week, where at the beginning, I just dump a bunch of shit. I call it the intake. Think of it like a funnel or whatever, or fuel source. We just dump in whatever stuff we had, conversations I've had on WhatsApp, whatever, Zoom calls. Dump it in, let it extract it. Claude already has the skill for my outbound to inbound alchemy system, so I was just playing with it, see if it could pick up on what I'm doing. And it goes through blah 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 avatar stuff. So we go for avatar, we go for discovery questions, as we normally do. We put up an avatar of who this person will be. This is for gold mining, and I'm picking this because this is such a wild card case study. Yes, it could be applied to webinars, digital products. Yes, it could be applied to whatever, some kind of offer or some kind of booking or some kind of coaching program. But now when we can apply it to like the corporate space or like investors or stuff like this, where these guys can pay $250,000 to invest in the gold mining equipment that GoldFinX does, and I get a 5% cut of every fucking investment. Happy days. This is the kind of clients I want to work with. Big boys. So when you saw, hey, if this is a match, I'll make $1 million in 2026 for you. That's pretty small, to be honest. I want to weed out anyone who wants to have a side gig business and make an extra 5K a month. I don't give a shit about those people. We're focused on people who want to make 100K easily, minimum, or more. In this case, these guys, which raise 3.6 million every single time, every single round with investors. So I'm applying this and showing you this to show that I know nothing about gold. I know nothing about investing. I've never traded anything. But with AI, we can take almost any market, learn about it, and create assets which is like fucking amazing, in my opinion. And then you see the prompt, so you see the Trojan horse thing is, I'm trying to find out a unique mechanism of what really makes this stand out, because they've probably seen investment opportunities before. Like, why is this such a good hook? What is the proof? What is the contrarian truth? All this stuff, and I'll have the prompt rank this for me, give it a score, so I can just see and compare different unique mechanisms, stuff like that. So I'm not going to go into this. I have full trainings coming out after this weekend. I want to sit for 6 hours and knock this shit out and explain every nitty gritty. But we now make a bridge page for Rich, in this case, for this avatar. So in this case, it writes sick ass copy. Boom. I do the same thing, and I do it for all the other avatars. So we've got a second avatar. We've got a third avatar, because they're going for different types, like real estate syndicators, family office principals. What was the other one? Like African entrepreneur, a German Swiss, and each bridge page is written completely differently, of course, to that person, that industry. So if you imagine, for any offer, to be honest, maybe think of your current clients, they might have one avatar, but likely is they have multiple avatars, and now we can have multiple bridge pages, and now with AI we can have those multiple bridge pages be rewritten for that person specifically. So in this case, if Thomas Muller was a real LinkedIn lead, we'll create a personal invitation for him. In this case, it's to invest, which is still to book a call. But for a lot of other clients, it's to book a call or to jump on a webinar or whatever. But now it's literally a handwritten direct mail piece written to them. The next fucking evolution of cold outreach, which is why we set up the same system. Everything I show these guys to get these guys is the same thing I'm building for them, so they get the idea from the get-go. This stuff I was just playing on a notebook, and it goes down. So I create multiple bridge pages. I play with different avatars, but as you can see, this takes a bit of back and forth. Yeah, I do, I copy and paste stuff, but it took a bit of back and forth. It took me, I think, 3 days while I was redoing the prompts and tweaking it, because every time I run this, I improve this prompting for the next client. So in this case, with this guy, I improved this whole sequence here. I actually moved the follow-up piece upwards. Like, I'm constantly improving this, always improving this shit. Even this whole thing here came from this client here, because I really like how it was like doing all this kind of like tick boxes, and like if I scroll down deeper, so you can see color palettes. And now, actually, I need to show you the pages. So let me see. Okay, boom. So you can see the final outcome of this is, imagine like a person getting different pages and a different design based on who they are as a person. Totally different verbiage, totally different languaging per person. So this is obviously for the African entrepreneur who maybe cares more about like the employment stuff, making it safe for people, this is a mercury free mining operation, so there's a lot of like environmental factors, stuff like that. Other people, like real estate syndicators, probably just want to invest and want to know the numbers. That's why it's written for them. I didn't write a fucking word of this copy. AI did it. AI did the page, AI did the design, which is dope. Fucking dope. If you actually see any opportunity in this, you should be like literally buzzing right now. If not, probably not for you. But McDonald's is still hiring, so go get a job there. So yeah, this is the thing I was talking about. Boom. I love how it's doing this shit. Like new emoji, like it had the little stuff that's already been done. Final step, even like the packaging thing. What was the packaging box? That I love that stuff. So now I take that and embed it into new prompts, and all the other stuff that we do is just going to be fed in and improve. So you can see this whole back forth. Now what we're doing is using Atlas browser to go find connections, which I have another prompt for, to find connections of the ICP and put them in the table, and then get them ready for the client to just simply send a DM message with the GPT DM I've set up for them, to book them in via the personalized pages. Right? That's a lot. It's a mouthful. I know. I'm trying to compress stuff as quick as possible and speak very quickly, but you get it, hopefully. So this is pretty much what the work will entail, because my goal is, of course, to build as many of these as possible, and there's only one of me, unfortunately. So I'm now trying to clone myself, which has been my vision for so fucking long, since forever. And now with AI is actually becoming a reality. So I just want to have a bunch of departments on this, multiple support team members, and because it's semi hands-on work, to be honest, there's going to be a setup, like a one-time fee for you to do the work with me. And then, of course, I want to rope you in and lock you in with the deal, because then that client is almost yours. Because my job is really just to focus on the bigger parts of the business. Your role will be essentially to build these and manage them, make sure the client's cool, bring new ideas in, any new stuff they bring in, we just go back to the same thread and just build stuff out. Maybe content is next, maybe other LinkedIn stuff is next, tweaking like level pages, putting in legal stuff, whatever the fuck it is, we have the conversation open already. And then each client gets their own thread, essentially. Super simple. Where I'm heading with this, which I probably mentioned in the first video, which is on the first page, if I want to refresh, or maybe I don't, maybe I do. Yeah, in this video, which you'll probably watch later, is to go crazy with this and just siphon as many clients as possible. I'm going to go over a whole gamification route. So there's a SWAT team, the Legion side, which is already set up, is already ready. They have the GPTs, they know what to send, they know how to get clients. I'm stacking them up. I did a simple test of like 20 DMs and got 7 replies back. So the numbers are crazy, and I'm really kind of getting overwhelmed of like, oh fuck, this is going to scale like a motherfucker. I need to have people in place to help me build these things out. Because when I put the team in place to actually compete against each other to drive as many pages as possible, their one job is to wake up, set up LinkedIn or any platform, and just send out as many of these pages as possible, to submit as many of these forms, which is tracked, and they get payout per form submitted and per page created with the AI, so they don't actually need to know anything. They just got to push out as many fucking pages as possible, rank up, compare each other, win scores, gamify this whole process. But where this is heading with daily quests with clients eventually is, since this is, I want to be transparent fully with clients, is they will have their own dashboard eventually. This is what I'm building in 2026, where they can log in, they can see their offer, they can see how many leads, who their best sellers are, because I connect them with a setter. I already have a funnel, separate funnel to train and find sellers, which is for the SWAT team. You're the support team, this is the SWAT team. And I connect them to the clients. So when it comes to the offer which I sell in the video, is I can add 5, 10, 15 fucking sellers to them tomorrow, as long as their offer's converting, which is where we make the percentage money. Since we're locked into a percentage deal based on how much results, how much money the client makes, it's my job, of course, to put team members in place, using the GPT, using everything we built for them, and to just market the shit out of it, to push as much traffic to that funnel. And there's going to be prioritization. There's going to be a set number of offers which just kill it, and I'm only going to focus on those offers. So we might build a few of these assets. Some are going to be happy, some are going to be just making a bit of passive income, but there's going to be 3, 5, 10, 15, 20, 100 one day, which are just milking money. If you imagine Alex Hormozi with his portfolio, acquisitions.com, I forgot to spell acquisitions, something like that. I know it's spelled, it's just got a C in it, and acquisitions.com by Alex Hormozi, yes. So the same shit he's doing the way I've always wanted to build a company and sell it. That's probably going to be on somewhere in my timeline. But this is a similar thing where we're basically building our portfolio of companies which we've created basically from the ground up. We know everything about them. We know their numbers, we know what the bottlenecks are, what the constraints are, we know how to fix it. So we have a big stake in that company, essentially. It could be 20%, it could be even 30%, depends on what I negotiate. And all we do is just continue doing whatever we normally do, just geeking out on prompts, making more stuff, providing more value for the client, fixing more bottlenecks. And that's where the ongoing stuff comes in with the percentage fee. Makes sense? Good. So I think that's enough for you, because I'm going to fry your brain. There's a lot more to this, of course. Add me on LinkedIn. I'm just about getting my profile back up and ready. I haven't posted in a fucking while because I've been busy building stuff. Add me on there, but better yet, I don't want to post on Upwork because they're also bitchy about dropping numbers and emails. Just add me on WhatsApp because I like voice notes. It's just quicker to communicate stuff. So +447 81 7262 931 or Vit1008, I believe it's Telegram if you use Telegram. It'd just be easier because I can just voice note a bunch of stuff quickly rather than fucking around with typing stuff on Upwork. I hate that stuff. And LinkedIn's good, but the voice notes on there are, again, just annoying. So WhatsApp's just better if you have it. If you want to stay on Upwork, that's fine. That's fine. I get everyone's different perspectives and opinions. I'm very, very open-minded about everything. So whatever you want to communicate with, great. But if you want to communicate faster, WhatsApp is king. So that's really it. I think I've answered every question. Compensation, this, how this works, what the process is, how I'm getting clients. I can bring my clients. You can bring your clients. If you have someone in mind, boom, let's get them on this. Fucking sell them, install this, go 50-50 on the split. And boom, you have your first case study asset built. And as you build one, the second one gets easier. The third one gets easier. The fifth one gets easier. Hell, if we even want to hire operators for you, which is where I see this going, by the way, where you almost run your own business. This is like licensing, essentially, where I'm licensing my own thing to you to run, and you can become a founder of your own team, where then you can go and take this shit and make them do it, and then you can run the whole show and then get a whatever cut of them and then pay them a bit or whatever, pay them hourly. That's your thing. Like, my goal in 2026 is to create entrepreneurs, to create millionaires. And this is my way of doing it. If you like it, cool, hit me up. If not, good luck. Good luck competing with me, because I'm on a different fucking level right here, as you can tell. Regardless, I'll talk to you soon.